Let's go Falcons! Amazing rookies, bold predictions, and a defensive turnaround that Atlanta Falcons fans have been craving for decades. This isn't just another offseason update. This could be the start of a defensive revolution in Atlanta. This news could change your outlook on the upcoming season and maybe, just maybe, make you believe that the tide is finally turning for the Falcons defense. But first, be sure to hit that like button to stay informed. It all started when ESPN's Mike Clay released some rookie predictions that got Falcons Nation buzzing. And guess what? Two names stood out in a way that should have every Falcons fan on the edge of their seat: Jalen Walker and James Pierce. Both first-round picks were projected to finish in the top 5 in sacks among all NFL rookies in the 2025 season. Yep, you heard that right. The same Falcons pass rush that ranked last in the entire NFL for the past 4 seasons combined, yes, last, now appears to finally be showing signs of life. Mike Clay has Walker and Pierce finishing with 6 and 5 sacks respectively. Now, some of you might be thinking, 6 sacks, 5 sacks? Is that supposed to be impressive? Oh, buckle up, because when you put that in context, it's massive. Let me break it down for you. Only 5 rookie pass rushers are predicted to hit 5 or more sacks this season. That's 2 more than what we saw last year, tying the 2023 mark. But here's the kicker. It ties an NFL record for most rookies with 5+ sacks over the past decade. That's right. What might seem like modest production is actually elite when you're talking about rookies at one of the hardest positions to transition to in the NFL. Let's talk history for a second. The last time an Atlanta Falcons rookie even sniffed this kind of production was back in, brace yourself, 1970. Let that sink in. This is so far back that if you were trying to get the news back then, you were flipping through a newspaper, not refreshing Twitter. And in the last 25 years? The best example is Takk McKinley, who posted 6 sacks in 2017. That's it. That's the entire list. Now imagine this: Jalen Walker and James Pierce combining for 11 sacks in their rookie year. To put that in perspective, that would account for about 25% of the total sack production the Falcons had all of last year. If that doesn't make your heart race as a Falcons fan, I don't know what will. This is a team that has been desperate, starving, for pass rush talent, and suddenly, 2 rookies might walk in and produce a quarter of the total output the entire defense had in 2024. But let's dig into the player profiles, because this is where it gets even juicier. Jalen Walker, coming out of Georgia, is a bit of a tweener size-wise. Not the biggest edge rusher, but he makes up for it with an insane blend of strength and versatility. The Falcons plan to use him primarily on the edge, but expect to see him kick inside on 3rd and long situations to get the most dangerous pass rush lineup on the field: Walker, Pierce, Leonard Floyd, and Bud Dupree coming downhill all at once. Just picture that. Quarterbacks are sweating already. Then there's James Pierce. If Walker is strength, Pierce is pure speed. Straight line burst, freakish get off at the snap, the kind of player who can embarrass an offensive tackle before the guy even gets out of his stance. But here's the NFL reality check: what worked at Tennessee doesn't automatically translate on Sundays. NFL tackles are not the same as what you see in the ACC. They're bigger, quicker, smarter, and they study film like their lives depend on it, because it does. Pierce is going to face a learning curve. You can't just sprint around NFL linemen the way you did in college. They'll punch you in the chest, they'll mirror your speed, and they'll force you to develop a counter move. But that's where the excitement lies. If Pierce can adapt quickly, and there's every reason to believe he will, his upside is sky high. In fact, if I had to bet on which one finishes with more sacks this year, I'm leaning Pierce. His transition might be smoother because his game is more straight-line attack, while Walker will need time to refine how he uses his hands, leverage, and versatility at the pro level. Now, we're not done. Oh, not even close. Because the Falcons didn't stop at pass rush help. Enter the duo of Xavier Watts and Billy Bowman, the 3rd and 4th round picks that defensive backs coach Jerry Gray has already nicknamed Fire and Ice. And the story behind that nickname? Absolutely perfect for this team. When reporters asked Gray why he gave them that name, he said, "You'll figure it out when you talk to them." And sure enough, when the media spoke to Billy Bowman, the fire was on full display. "My expectations are always to start right away," Bowman said, not blinking. "4th round pick? Doesn't matter. New to the league? Irrelevant. This guy is here to take a job. Pure alpha energy. You either love that or you love that. There's no in between. And then there's Watts. Calm, measured, the definition of ice. I'm not really expecting anything. I'm trusting my teammates and coaches. We'll see what happens. Smooth. Controlled. If Bowman is the flamethrower, Watts is the glacier, slow to speak, but always steady. On the field, these two are about to make things really interesting in the secondary. Bowman will be in a heated battle with Clark Phillips III and D. Alford for the starting nickel corner job. Meanwhile, Watts is competing with Jordan Fuller and DeMarco Helms for a starting safety spot. Neither is a lock to start in Week 1, but let me make this clear, both are absolutely going to be starters at some point in 2025. Book it! Bowman brings elite ball skills and coverage ability out of Oklahoma, while Watts led the entire country in interceptions over the last 2 seasons, 13 picks total. That's not just productive. That's playmaker energy. And let me sprinkle in this little nugget for you. Falcons general manager Terry Fontenot was reportedly ready to take Xavier Watts as high as the 2nd round at pick 46. When Watts kept falling, Atlanta jumped up from pick 109 to 101, giving up a future 5th rounder because they were absolutely terrified that the Raiders, sitting just 3 picks ahead, were going to snatch him. That is how badly they wanted him in red and black. Now pause and think about that. A team notorious for struggling to build a secondary and generate sacks just added 2 pass rushers who could set rookie records and 2 defensive backs with Pro Bowl upside. Falcons fans, we are looking at the blueprint of a defensive overhaul right in front of our eyes. So now it's your turn. I want to know from you, who's going to have more sacks this season, Jalen Walker or James Pierce? And between Billy Bowman and Xavier Watts, who do you think locks down a starting spot first? When you start to peel back the layers of what the Falcons are building, it's not just about individual talent, it's about attitude, identity, and a cultural shift that's long overdue in Atlanta. It's not just about plugging holes, it's about building a foundation that's designed to last. Think about the versatility of the defense right now. You've got Walker who can float between edge and linebacker, Pierce who brings terrifying speed from edge, Bowman ready to ignite the nickel, and Watts providing cool composure and coverage. Add veterans like Leonard Floyd and Jordan Fuller guiding them, and suddenly this defense has depth, swagger, and potential we haven't seen in years. This could be the draft class that, 5 years from now, fans will be talking about as the one that changed everything for the Atlanta Falcons defense. But hey, that's just my opinion. What do you think? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Go Falcons!